Your driveway is the first thing people see when they pull up to your house, and if it's just a slab of concrete, you are leaving serious curb appeal on the table. I am gonna show you over 100 landscaping ideas that will completely transform your driveway. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel for next future updates. Stay tuned.
Most homeowners completely ignore the one part of their yard that every single visitor sees first: the driveway edge. That narrow strip of land running alongside your driveway holds more design power than almost any other outdoor space. When you get it right, your entire front yard transforms into something that stops people right in their tracks. Today, we are unlocking every secret to making that happen, beautifully, affordably, and in a style that is all yours. Welcome back to Luxury Home Decor, the channel dedicated to turning everyday outdoor spaces into stunning, livable retreats. Whether your driveway is long and winding or short and straight, whether your yard is sprawling or barely a few feet wide, this video has every idea, strategy, and plant recommendation you will ever need to completely elevate your curb appeal. Stay until the very end, because the final tips are the ones most people completely overlook every single time. Here is something that changes everything about driveway landscaping. The most beautiful front yards are not the most expensive ones. They are the most intentional ones, designed with clear purpose, layered with texture, and planted with the right scale in mind. You do not need a professional landscaper or a massive budget. You need a solid plan, a few key plants, and the right approach. Everything covered today is completely achievable as a DIY project for homeowners at every single skill level and budget range. Your driveway is the very first design statement your home makes. Before anyone reaches your front door, they have already formed a complete impression of your home, your taste, and your care. Studies consistently show that strong curb appeal adds measurable value to a home, sometimes boosting resale prices by up to 15%. That means every dollar and hour you invest in driveway landscaping pays you back in both daily enjoyment and long-term financial return. It is one of the smartest outdoor investments you can ever make. Think of your driveway border as a living frame for your home. Just like a beautiful frame enhances a painting on the wall, well-designed driveway landscaping draws the eye toward your house and creates a sense of arrival that feels warm and intentional. The goal is never to compete with the architecture of the home, but to complement it, softening hard edges, adding natural color, and creating a seamless transition between the street and your entrance. That balance between structure and nature is the heart of great design. One of the most overlooked curb appeal principles is consistency of style. Your driveway landscaping should match the personality of your home. A modern minimalist house calls for clean lines, bold grasses, and architectural plants like agave, ornamental alliums, or mondo grass. A traditional cottage home invites lavender borders, climbing roses, hydrangeas, and soft, romantic plant combinations that spill naturally. Before buying a single plant, identify your home's design language, and let that vocabulary guide every single plant and material choice. Scale is the design concept that separates good landscaping from great. Plants that are too small get lost against a long driveway edge. Plants that grow too large eventually crowd the space and look messy. The rule of thumb is to layer plants in 3 clear tiers. Ground-level plants closest to the driveway, mid-height plants behind them, and taller shrubs or ornamental trees as your dramatic backdrop. This layered approach creates visual depth, seasonal interest, and movement. That keeps the design looking rich and dynamic throughout the entire year. Before you plant anything, take time to carefully measure your space. Walk the full length of your driveway and note the total footage. Identify where the sun hits directly and where shade falls consistently. Notice whether water drains away from the driveway edge or pools there. These three factors, size, sunlight, and drainage, determine everything about which plants will thrive and which ones will silently struggle. Choosing plants that naturally match your site conditions is the difference between a landscape that grows effortlessly and one that constantly fights you. Symmetry is a powerful design tool for driveway landscaping projects. Planting identical arrangements on both sides of a straight driveway creates a formal, elegant look that feels structured and intentional. This style works beautifully with columnar trees like Italian cypresses, boxwood balls spaced evenly, or matching ornamental grass clumps repeated down the border. Symmetrical layouts are also easier to maintain because both sides mirror each other. If your driveway curves or bends, embrace a symmetry instead, and let the planting flow naturally with the movement of the path. Curved driveways offer a tremendous landscaping opportunity most people miss entirely. The inner curve of a driveway bend is like a natural stage. It draws the eye and invites a bold focal point planting. Consider placing a stunning ornamental tree, a sculptural shrub arrangement, or a dramatic cluster of tall ornamental grasses right at that curve. The outer edge of the curve can carry a lower, flowing plant border that sweeps gracefully along the pavement without competing for visual attention. Working with the natural lines of your driveway always produces better results. Color sequencing along a driveway border creates a dynamic, living tapestry. Rather than mixing colors randomly, plan a deliberate color story that either harmonizes with soft, analogous hues like purples and blues, or creates contrast with bold complementary combinations like yellow and violet. Choose plants that bloom in succession across the seasons, so your driveway never looks bare or flat at any point of the year. A well-sequenced color plan takes about 30 minutes to sketch on paper, and saves you years of replanting mistakes and wasted money on mismatched combinations. Repetition is one of the simplest and most effective design principles. You can apply to any driveway landscaping project, large or small. Repeating the same plant, color, or texture at regular intervals creates rhythm, a visual beat that carries the eye along the border, and makes even a simple planting scheme look intentional and sophisticated. Try repeating one anchor plant, like a lavender or a dwarf spirea, every 4 to 6 feet along the entire length of your driveway. That one move alone will transform a random garden into a cohesive design. Edging is the detail that separates a polished landscape from a messy one. A clean, defined edge between your planting bed and your driveway surface makes every plant look better, every color pop more vividly, and the entire space feel more refined and carefully considered. Steel edging gives a sleek, modern look that holds a razor-sharp line. Natural stone edging adds rustic warmth and ages beautifully over time. Concrete curbing provides a permanent, low-maintenance solution for long driveways. Whatever material you choose, keep the edge consistent along the full length. Low-growing border plants are the workhorses of driveway landscaping design. They hug the pavement edge, define the boundary, and add color, without blocking sightlines, creating safety hazards, or overwhelming the space. Some of the most reliable low-border performers include creeping thyme, candytuft, blue fescue grass, armeria, and dwarf mondo grass. These plants stay compact, spread naturally to fill gaps over time, and require very little maintenance once they are properly established in the ground. Pair 2 or 3 of these varieties together for a rich, textured tapestry. Ornamental grasses have completely revolutionized residential driveway landscaping in recent years. They bring movement, texture, and a modern energy that traditional shrubs simply cannot match. Carl Foster feather reed grass grows in elegant, upright columns, and catches the light beautifully in both morning and afternoon sun. Blue oat grass offers cool, silvery blue color with a fine, airy texture. Mully grass explodes into clouds of pink and purple in the fall. Mixing 1 or 2 ornamental grass varieties into your driveway border adds a dynamic, four-season visual interest that truly elevates the entire landscape. Flowering perennials are the crown jewels of any driveway border planting. They return reliably every single year, rewarding your investment season after season. Salvia provides tall spikes of blue, purple, or red from early summer on. Black-eyed Susans bring cheerful golden color from midsummer into the early fall. Catmint spills softly over the driveway edge with hazy lavender blue flowers. Russian sage adds height, silver foliage, and an airy, romantic texture. Building your border around a core collection of reliable perennials means your driveway landscape gets better, fuller, and more beautiful every single year. Evergreen plants are the backbone structure that holds your driveway design together. While flowering plants come and go with the seasons, evergreens stay present and ensure your border looks full, green, and intentional all year round. Dwarf boxwood, Japanese holly, inkberry, and dwarf European holly are all excellent choices that maintain a tidy, structured appearance with minimal pruning. Use evergreens as your anchoring plants and build your seasonal color around them. They provide the visual stability that makes the rest of your planting scheme look coherent and professionally designed even during the quieter winter months. Seasonal color annuals are your fastest and most flexible landscaping tool. Unlike perennials, annuals give you the freedom to reinvent your driveway border with a completely fresh color palette every single planting season you choose. In spring, try snapdragons, pansies, and dusty miller for a cool tone display. In summer, switch to zinnias, marigolds, and angelonia for bold, saturated color. In fall, ornamental kale, mums, and flowering cabbage carry the display beautifully. Rotating your annuals with the seasons keeps the driveway border looking fresh, vibrant, and always perfectly in step with the changing outdoor environment. Ground covers do remarkable work in driveway landscapes that many gardeners underestimate completely. They suppress weeds naturally, retain soil moisture, reduce maintenance time dramatically, and create a lush, full appearance between larger anchor plants in the border. Creeping phlox produces a carpet of color every spring, then fades to green. Sedum varieties spread quietly and offer interesting succulent texture throughout the seasons. Ajuga forms dense mats of rich burgundy or green foliage with blue flower spikes. Using ground covers as your lowest layer creates a finished, weed-resistant base. That makes your entire driveway border look intentionally designed and impeccably maintained. Now let us talk about hardscape, the non-plant elements that give your driveway landscape its structure, longevity, and year-round visual character. Hardscape is not just decoration, it is the architectural skeleton of your design. It defines spaces, creates boundaries, and provides the lasting framework around which all of your plants grow, bloom, and evolve over time. Getting your hardscape right means your landscape looks polished and intentional, even in the depths of winter when most of your flowering plants have retreated. Strong hardscape is the investment that makes every other investment work better. Natural stone edging is one of the most timeless hardscape choices available. Irregular fieldstone placed along a driveway border adds rustic, organic warmth that looks like it has always belonged in that exact spot on your property. Stacked stone creates a low retaining wall effect that works beautifully on sloped driveways. Cut flagstone gives a cleaner, more contemporary look with its flat, smooth surface. The beauty of natural stone is that it ages gracefully, never looking tired. It weathers to blend with the landscape. Patina deepens with every passing season. And it never requires painting, staining, sealing, or replacing the way other materials do. Decorative gravel and river rock are incredibly versatile driveway landscaping materials. They work as mulch alternatives in planting beds, creating a clean, modern appearance. That requires zero mowing, almost no weeding, and virtually no seasonal maintenance. Light-colored gravel reflects heat and brightens shaded driveway borders beautifully. Dark river rock creates dramatic contrast against bright green or silver-toned plants. Decomposed granite in warm amber tones adds a southwestern, naturalistic character. Always lay a quality landscape fabric beneath your gravel or rock layer to prevent weeds from pushing through and keep the surface looking pristine longer. Brick borders bring a classic, heritage charm to driveway landscaping that never dates. Standard red brick placed on edge in a soldier course pattern is deeply traditional and pairs beautifully with colonial, craftsman, or cottage-style home architecture. Tumbled brick gives a more relaxed, aged appearance that suits informal garden styles. Reclaimed brick sourced from old buildings adds authentic character that new materials simply cannot replicate. Brick edging is permanent, durable, and incredibly forgiving to install as a DIY project. Even a beginner can lay a clean brick driveway border in a single weekend, using basic tools and a little patience to get the alignment just right. Concrete curbing has become one of the most popular modern hardscape choices for driveway landscaping because it is permanent, endlessly customizable, and surprisingly affordable. Stamped concrete curbing can mimic the look of natural stone, brick, or wood, at a fraction of the material cost of those authentic alternatives. Color pigments added to the concrete mix allow you to match or complement your home's exterior color palette with remarkable precision and beautiful results. Once installed professionally, Concrete curbing requires virtually no ongoing maintenance whatsoever, and creates the cleanest, most defined driveway border you can possibly achieve. Raised planting beds alongside the driveway add dimension and visual drama instantly. When the ground is flat and featureless, a raised bed immediately creates a sense of architecture, a deliberate, built structure that anchors the entire design. Raised beds can be constructed from timber sleepers, stone blocks, concrete blocks, weathering steel, or even reclaimed wood for a rustic, character-filled appearance. They also solve a common practical problem: poor, compacted, or clay-heavy native soil. Filling a raised bed with quality amended soil gives your plants the perfect growing environment to establish quickly, grow vigorously, and perform at their absolute best. Ornamental trees planted along a driveway create a sense of grandeur and arrival that no other single landscaping element can replicate or come close to achieving. The Japanese maple is perhaps the most beloved driveway tree in all of residential landscaping. Its delicate, lacy leaves in burgundy, green, or orange tones create year-round beauty. Crepe myrtles offer stunning summer flowers followed by attractive peeling bark in winter. Sarvisberry is a four-season performer with spring flowers, summer berries, and fall color. Choosing the right ornamental tree for your driveway entry point is a decision that rewards you with increasing beauty and impact for decades upon decades to come. Columnar trees deserve special attention in driveway landscaping because of their unique value. They grow tall and narrow, taking up almost no horizontal space at all, while providing dramatic vertical emphasis that draws the eye directly upward and onward. Italian cypress is the classic choice for a formal, Mediterranean-inspired driveway entrance. Sky pencil holly is a slower-growing alternative that stays dense, tidy, and evergreen. Emerald green arborvitae forms a tight, columnar shape with rich, year-round green color. Planted in pairs flanking the driveway entrance, columnar trees create a gateway effect that immediately elevates the sophistication and sense of arrival of your entire front yard. Flowering shrubs add seasonal drama and fragrance to the driveway border effortlessly. Knockout roses are virtually indestructible, bloom from spring through frost reliably, and come in a stunning range of colors from white and pink to deep red. Spirea produces frothy clouds of white or pink flowers in spring and early summer. Viburnum offers fragrant spring blooms followed by ornamental berries and brilliant fall color. Weigela blooms in rich pink and red tones and attracts hummingbirds naturally. Incorporating at least 2 or 3 flowering shrubs in your driveway border design ensures you always have something colorful, fragrant, and alive happening throughout the seasons. Dwarf conifers are the unsung heroes of low-maintenance driveway landscaping for all climates. They grow slowly, maintain their shape without heavy pruning, stay evergreen year-round, and offer an extraordinary range of textures, colors, and forms for every design style. Blue Star Juniper forms a tight, powder blue mound that never needs a single haircut. Bird's Nest Spruce creates a dense, dark green cushion of fine-textured needles. Dwarf Alberta spruce grows into a perfect natural cone without any shaping required. Including several dwarf conifers in your driveway border gives it a permanent, structured backbone that looks intentional and sophisticated during every single month of the year. Water efficiency is no longer optional in thoughtful driveway landscaping. It is essential. Across the country, water restrictions are tightening and utility costs are rising steadily. Designing a driveway border that thrives on minimal irrigation is both responsible and smart. The key is choosing plants that naturally match the rainfall patterns of your region. In dry climates, lean into lavender, salvia, agave, ornamental grasses, and native wildflowers. In humid regions, ferns, hostas, astilbe, and native shrubs perform with minimal supplemental watering. Matching your plant palette to your climate is the single most impactful thing you can do to create a landscape that is both beautiful and effortlessly sustainable. Mulch is one of the most powerful and underutilized tools in driveway landscaping. A fresh layer of quality mulch applied 2 to 3 inches deep retains soil moisture, regulates ground temperature, suppresses weeds, and feeds the soil, as it slowly breaks down and enriches the earth with organic matter over time. Shredded hardwood bark mulch is the most popular choice for traditional garden borders. Cedar mulch adds a warm, reddish tone and naturally repels certain garden pests. Black mulch creates dramatic contrast that makes green foliage and bright flowers truly pop. Reapplying mulch every spring is one of the highest impact, lowest cost landscaping tasks available. Drip irrigation is the most water-efficient way to maintain a driveway planting border. Unlike overhead sprinklers that waste water to evaporation and surface runoff consistently, drip systems deliver water directly to the root zone of every individual plant. This targeted approach uses up to 50% less water than traditional irrigation methods. Installing a basic drip system along a driveway border is a manageable DIY project that pays for itself quickly in reduced water bills and healthier, better-performing plants. Adding a smart timer that adjusts watering frequency based on weather forecasts takes the guesswork entirely out of the equation and makes maintenance practically effortless year-round. Xeriscaping principles translate beautifully into driveway landscaping for any climate or yard size. The term refers to designing landscapes that require little to no supplemental irrigation. By working with naturally drought-tolerant plants, improved soil structure, and smart mulching techniques, a xeriscape driveway border can be just as lush, colorful, and textured as a traditionally irrigated garden. It simply uses plants evolved for resilience. Russian sage, agastache, yucca, sedum, ornamental alliums, and native coneflowers are all excellent choices. Replacing traditional high-water lawn strips along the driveway with a xeriscape border dramatically reduces your outdoor water consumption while simultaneously increasing your curb appeal significantly. Now, lighting, because a beautifully planted driveway that disappears at night is a missed opportunity of the highest order for any homeowner who cares about curb appeal. Outdoor lighting extends the visual impact of your driveway landscaping into the evening hours, creates a warm sense of welcome, and adds a critical dimension of safety and security. The best driveway lighting designs layer multiple types of fixtures together strategically, creating depth, drama, and a professionally designed nighttime landscape that feels truly magical. Even a modest budget spent on outdoor lighting produces a disproportionately large visual impact, compared to almost any other single improvement you can make to your front yard. Solar path lights are the most accessible entry point into driveway landscape lighting. They require no wiring, no electrical expertise, and no ongoing electricity costs whatsoever. Simply stake them into the ground along the driveway border at regular intervals. And they charge automatically during the day and illuminate automatically after dark falls. Modern solar lights have improved dramatically in quality, brightness, and design in recent years. Choose fixtures with a warm white light output rather than a cold, bluish tone, to create an inviting, golden glow rather than a harsh, institutional-feeling illumination effect. Replace them every 2 to 3 years to maintain consistent brightness and reliable performance. Uplighting is the technique that truly transforms driveway trees and architectural plants after dark. A small, ground-mounted spotlight aimed upward into the canopy of a tree or shrub creates stunning shadows, reveals the texture of bark and leaves, and adds drama. That completely transforms the emotional character of your front yard after the sun sets. Uplighting is particularly effective on Japanese maples, ornamental grasses, columnar trees, and large boulders. Low-voltage LED uplights are energy-efficient, long-lasting, and available in warm or cool tones. Position them close to the base of the plant and angle them slightly inward, to wash the foliage with light rather than creating a harsh, direct spotlight beam. Bollard lights are the refined, architectural choice for driveway border lighting installations. These short, post-style fixtures stand 12 to 24 inches tall and cast a soft, downward-directed light that illuminates the planting bed and pathway edge beautifully, without creating glare that bothers drivers or pedestrians passing along the street. Bollard lights are available in a wide range of materials and finishes, including brushed steel, matte black, weathered bronze, and powder-coated aluminum. Choosing a bollard finish that matches or complements your home's exterior hardware and fixtures creates a cohesive, designer-level look that elevates the entire front yard dramatically and effortlessly. String lights draped along a fence, trellis, or low shrub border along the driveway create a warm, festive, and romantic ambience that is impossible not to love. This is one of the most budget-friendly lighting upgrades you can possibly make to your driveway landscape, and the visual payoff is genuinely extraordinary for the cost. Use warm white LED string lights rated for outdoor use in weather-exposed locations. Hang them loosely for a soft, organic drape rather than pulling them tightly and rigidly. String lights work particularly well during the holiday season but honestly look stunning during every season of the year when paired with the right plant backdrop. Small driveways and urban front yards present unique challenges that require creative, scaled solutions. Limited space does not mean limited style, it simply demands smarter, more intentional design choices. The secret to landscaping a narrow driveway border is vertical design thinking. When you cannot go wide, go tall, use columnar plants, climbing vines on walls, stacked planting tiers, and raised beds to create a sense of lush abundance. Even in the tightest, most compressed of urban front yard conditions and spaces, A well-designed 12-inch border can be just as visually impactful and beautiful as a 3-foot wide border when the plant selection and layering are truly thoughtful. Container gardens are the ultimate solution for driveways with no planting strip at all. Large decorative pots flanking the driveway entrance create a powerful visual statement instantly. Use tall, architectural containers for height and pair them with cascading, trailing plants that soften the pot edges and spill toward the pavement in a luxurious way. Evergreen topiaries, ornamental grasses, dwarf conifers, or dramatic agave plants work beautifully as centerpieces. Surround them with seasonal annuals that you swap out as the planting seasons change. Containers also give you total flexibility. You can move, rearrange, or replace them whenever you want a completely fresh look without disturbing the surrounding landscape at all. Climbing plants trained along a fence or wall adjacent to the driveway create incredible vertical interest without consuming any horizontal ground space in the border. Climbing hydrangea covers walls with enormous white flower clusters and attractive, peeling bark. Clematis produces spectacular flowers in purple, pink, white, and red over a long season. Star jasmine fills the air with intoxicating fragrance during its spring blooming period. Carolina jessamine offers cheerful yellow flowers and stays evergreen in most climate zones. Training a climbing plant along your driveway boundary adds a layer of lush, romantic beauty that makes even a narrow urban front yard feel gloriously abundant. Now, budget-friendly landscaping. Because transforming your driveway does not require a fortune. Some of the most stunning driveway landscapes in the world were built on modest budgets. By homeowners who prioritized smart plant choices, patient growth, and creative DIY approaches. The first budget strategy is to buy small and plant correctly rather than buying large. A 1-gallon perennial planted properly with amended soil and proper watering will catch up to a 5-gallon plant within 2 seasons, at literally 1/5 of the cost. Patience is genuinely the most powerful and underappreciated budget tool in all of landscaping. It transforms a $20 plant into a $100-looking landscape element every single time. Plant propagation is the ultimate free landscaping strategy that experienced gardeners swear by always. Many popular driveway border plants, including salvia, sedum, ornamental grasses, and lavender, can be divided or propagated from cuttings and multiplied for virtually zero cost. Ask neighbors, gardening groups, or local plant swaps for divisions of established plants. Many gardeners are eager to share divisions from plants that are spreading too enthusiastically. Growing plants from seed takes longer, but certain fast-growing annuals like zinnias and marigolds go from seed to full bloom in just 8 to 10 weeks quite reliably. Starting from seed is 10 to 20 times cheaper than purchasing the same plants from a nursery. Repurposing and upcycling materials is both eco-conscious and extraordinarily budget-friendly for driveway projects. Old bricks salvaged from a demolished wall make beautiful, character-rich driveway border edging. Chunky timber logs laid on their side create a rustic, woodland-inspired border instantly. Large glass bottles buried neck down in a row make a quirky, colorful edging alternative. Reclaimed railway sleepers build inexpensive raised beds with incredible visual weight and authenticity. Old terracotta pots, galvanized buckets, or vintage wooden crates become charming container garden moments. The most memorable and personal driveway landscapes often incorporate found and repurposed objects that tell a story about the people who live behind that front entrance beautifully. Timing your plant purchases strategically saves significant money on driveway landscaping projects. End-of-season sales at garden centers and big-box stores offer dramatic discounts on perfectly healthy plants that simply need to be planted and given time to recover. Late summer perennial sales, fall clearance events, and spring overstock markdowns are all perfect opportunities to acquire quality plants at 20 to 50% below retail. Plants purchased in fall have the entire winter to establish their root systems quietly before erupting into vigorous, healthy growth the following spring planting season arrives. Shopping strategically rather than impulsively is one of the smartest landscaping financial decisions you can make. Mulch alternatives like wood chips from local tree services are often completely free. Many tree service companies are eager to offload fresh wood chips at no charge, rather than paying to dispose of them at composting or green waste facilities. Fresh wood chips make excellent pathway material between planting beds along the driveway. They break down slowly, improve soil biology as they decompose, and look naturally attractive. Composted wood chips applied directly to planting beds enrich the soil structure over time. Check your local community boards, neighborhood apps, or tree service websites for free offerings. A single truckload of wood chips can cover an entire driveway border for free. Spring is the season when driveway landscaping truly comes alive after winter dormancy. This is the moment to introduce fresh color quickly with cool season flowering annuals, like pansies, violas, snapdragons, and stock that thrive in mild, gentle spring temperatures. Prune back any winter-damaged stems on perennials and shrubs to encourage fresh, new growth. Top dress all planting beds with a fresh 2-inch layer of quality compost or mulch. Divide and relocate any perennials that have become overcrowded during the previous growing season. Spring is also the ideal time to install new hardscape edging, raised beds, or irrigation, before the heat and fullness of summer make groundwork uncomfortable and difficult to complete. Summer brings the driveway border to its most lush and vibrant display of the year. This is when your perennials hit their stride, ornamental grasses reach their full height, and the border looks the most abundant, textured, and visually impactful it will all season. Focus summer maintenance on consistent watering, deadheading spent flowers to extend blooming periods, and keeping the driveway edge cleanly trimmed and clearly defined as plants spread and grow. Add heat-loving annuals like zinnias, celosias, and portulaca to fill any gaps in the border. In 2026, the hottest trend in summer driveway planting is mixing edible herbs, like rosemary, basil, and thyme, directly into ornamental borders for beauty that is also completely functional. Fall transforms the driveway landscape into a rich palette of warm, glowing seasonal tones. Ornamental grasses reach their peak beauty, turning golden and catching the low autumn light. Late-blooming perennials like asters, sedums, and rudbeckias extend the color display beautifully. Add seasonal decorative elements like ornamental pumpkins, mums, and colorful fallen leaf arrangements to the driveway entrance area for a festive, welcoming autumn curb appeal statement. Fall is also the ideal planting season for spring flowering bulbs like tulips, daffodils, alliums, and hyacinths that will emerge from the earth with spectacular color next spring. Planting bulbs in fall along the driveway border guarantees a beautiful, reliable spring display. Winter driveway landscaping is about texture, structure, and the quiet beauty of the dormant season. Evergreen plants, the backbone plants you selected earlier, now become the undisputed stars. Their green, gold, or blue-silver tones stand out beautifully against bare soil, mulch, or snow. Ornamental grasses left uncut through winter provide feathery, wheat-toned movement in the cold breeze. Shrubs with ornamental berries, like hollies, beautyberries, and native viburnums, feed birds and add brilliant red, purple, and white color to an otherwise muted winter landscape. Outdoor lighting becomes even more essential in winter when the days are short and dark, and your driveway border needs illumination to show its structure and presence at all hours. Thank you so much for spending this time with Luxury Home Decor today. It truly means everything. If this video sparked even one idea that excites you about your own driveway project, please give it a thumbs up right now. It helps this channel grow more than you know. Drop your biggest driveway landscaping question or your favorite idea from today in the comments below. We read every single comment and love hearing from this incredible, creative community every day. Share this video with a friend, a neighbor, or anyone who is ready to transform their curb appeal into something truly extraordinary and worth coming home to every single day. Subscribe to Luxury Home Decor and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video.